gas and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuff pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature whole beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Salem. Matt Watson live for some Sodak 16. And actually, I think we are going to send it. Yep, we're going to send it right back to the studio here as they unveil a very cool American flag here in Salem. I'll tell you more about that after a 90-second timeout for the national anthem. 90 seconds on KOKK.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner, and of course Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the son. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281. For your crop insurance needs.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
And welcome back to Salem. As always, our officiating crew, the Law on the Floor, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Steve Lieber, Ryan Walter, and Tony Waterman, your Law on the Court. Again, your officiating crew, Steve Lieber, Ryan Walter, Tony Waterman. That's your Law on the Floor tonight for this Sodak 16 game between the Miller Rustlers and the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Taking a look at lineups tonight. First of all, for the Miller Rustlers off the bench, J.C. Pugh, Emma Pugh, Bella Wordle, Caitlin Anderberg, Faith Baumberger, and Madeline Sayenga. Starting five for Eric Norton and his Miller Rustlers. Grayson Wordle, number 10, a 5'8 sophomore. 5'6 sophomore, number 12, Jolie Palmer. Number 14, a 5'10 sophomore, Kate Lichty. Number 30, a 5'10 junior, Aaliyah Schlechter. And number 34, a 5'4 junior, Morgan Kolda. Again, Kolda, Schlechter, Lichty, Palmer, Wordle. Miller Rustlers wearing the green unis tonight with the white numbers. Sioux Falls Christian, their head coach is Dandy Young. They'll have off the bench Taven Sickmeller, Jenna Sprick, Oakley Hadler, Emery Lems, Sydney Schaap, Neely Stanford, Maya Van Dong, McKinley Reitzma, Alira Dorhout, and Tori Peterson. Chargers will start number 1, a 5'7 sophomore, Aubrey Van Beek. Number 4, a 5'8 junior, Katie Vanderleest. Number 5, a 5'9 senior, Jackson Swift. Number 11, a 5'9 junior, Avery Wrights. And number 20, a 5'6 junior, Maya Nelson. Nelson, Wrights, Swift, Vanderleest, and Van Beek. They'll wear the white unis with what looks to be pretty hard to see number, folks. So you hold on tonight. Hold on tight. I'll know all the Miller Rustlers, though. Seen them play enough times, so should get their names all right tonight. Set for a ball game here, a Sodak 16 game, number 15 Miller. Eric Norton and the girls 15-7. Dandy Young and the Chargers at 19-2. Remember, the Mirror Family Hair Care brings us our in-game scoreboard updates, and we'll keep an eye on that here on that James Valley Christian Vikings score. They are playing, of course, in Gettysburg tonight. Mr. Duffy making the trip there as the Vikings take on Lemon. Of course, a win here tonight in Salem would send the Miller Rustler team to the state A's. A win in Gettysburg tonight would send James Valley Christian to next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday state B's. A fresh 8 is on the board, and we're set for tip-off. The Miller Rustlers will have Kate Lichty in the center circle. Sioux Falls Chargers, I'm going to guess that's an 11. An impossible combination of white uniforms with gray numbers. They are pressing the radio guy tonight. The official in the center circle, the tip is up, and Miller will have the first look as Morgan Kolda hauls in the ball in the backcourt. And thankfully, they have one of those boards here in Salem with the numbers on it, so I should at least get the baskets right. I won't call the names out right. Not for the Chargers, not on purpose. Got to get radio-friendly uniforms. Miller's first possession, Kolda left wing. Top of the key, Jolie Palmer lobs it right wing for Schlechter. Aaliyah the drive, almost had it knocked away, and a travel will turn it over to the Chargers, and that's how things will start tonight for the Miller Rustlers. 7:32 to play opening quarter. Sioux Falls will inbound to some full court pressure from the Miller Rustlers. Across the timeline is Vanderleest. Vanderleest on the drive, going to leave it out to Van Beek. Out on the right wing, here's Maya Nelson. Nelson on the dribble, guarded out there by Grayson Wordle. High post now, a pass for Wrights. Avery Wrights down in the corner. Here's a 3 for Sioux Falls Christian, no good. And the rebound knocked away from Schlechter, and that's because of a Charger foul. It'll be Avery Wrights, and it's her first. Be the first of the game with 7:07 to play in the opening quarter from Salem. No score here between Miller and Sioux Falls Christian. Inbounds for Grayson Wordle in the backcourt. Wordle runs into a double team, has it knocked almost out of bounds. Kolda will collect it, and then Kolda has it go. Is that off a Charger and out of bounds? I think it is off a Sioux Falls Charger. It is. And Miller will hold on to the ball as the Chargers trying to double Kolda and get her to turn it over, but it actually went off a Sioux Falls Christian foot and out of bounds. Inbounds Kolda in the backcourt across the timeline, or just shy of it. Lichty right back to Kolda. Kolda on the run. Thought about breaking to the basket, slows it up to set up the offense. Top of the key, Palmer, right wing to Schlechter. Back up top, Wordle. High post now for Lichty. Lichty back out to Schlechter. 5 on the shot clock. Schlechter stepping through, goes left, and a travel. Yep, a travel on Miller. So a turnover back to the Chargers. No score here in Salem thus far. 6:36 to play from McCook Central High School, home of the Cougars, and at least for the color scheme, Miller got to feel pretty good. They got green and white everywhere. Chargers on the break, going to leave it off for Aubrey Van Beek, and Van Beek will knock it in off glass, and the Chargers will strike first. Miller quickly breaking the press. Kind of had maybe a fast break opportunity there. Couldn't quite get the pass ahead. As 20 on the shot clock. Top of the key, here's Palmer. Jolie the drive, leaves it down in the corner. Here's a 3. That one is no good. Chargers with the rebound. Maya Nelson, left side of the baseline. Now back outside. The Chargers in the right corner for Avery Wrights. Wrights the drive. Top of the key for Van Beek. Left wing, a 3. Nelson is good. Maya Nelson from downtown. First basket of the night for Nelson. 5-0 Chargers. Palmer has to save it in, and the Chargers are going to get a steal. Just left to the top of the key, thinking about another 3. Instead, a baseline drive for Van Beek. Here is another 3. Off the window, it's too strong. Palmer on the rebound. And Jolie quickly the other way. Chargers an early 5-0 advantage, and now a double dribble on Palmer. Put both hands on the ball right near the timeline. She was going to dump it off to Kolda, but the Chargers shut down that passing lane, and she put it back on the floor in a double dribble back to Sioux Falls Christian. 5:26 to play opening quarter. 5-0 Chargers. Nelson, top of the key. Backdoor cut and a layup here for Vanderleest. Vanderleest a basket, Van Beek a basket, and a 3 for Nelson. It's 7-0 Chargers. Here's a corner three. That one is off the mark for Grayson Wordle, rebounded by the Chargers. And again, they go full court. Colda knocks it away, but Van Beek is there to collect it. Her pass picked off by Schlechter. And we go the other way with Sioux Falls Christian. Or excuse me, with the Miller Rustlers. Here's Schlechter just left to the top of the key. Jolie Palmer on the right wing. Lichty high post down in the corner for Colda. Colda thinking about a three, doesn't want it. Palmer has it knocked away, but Jolie will find the handle. Cross court, they throw it away. Tried to get it to Lichty in the corner, over her head and out of bounds. Madeline Syenga will check in for Miller, and we'll have an Eric Norden timeout. 4:33 to play first quarter. Chargers 7, Rustlers nothing. We're back in 30. A 30-second timeout, 30 seconds on KOKK.
Brushing up, bettering yourself, or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518. You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Salem. Matt Watson live tonight as Sodak 16 Class A action here from McCook Central High School in Salem. Class B Sodak 16 action tonight over on Tiger Radio. Duffy with the call as James Valley Christian taking on Lemon live from Gettysburg. So he'll have the call on that one. That's our game of the night over on Tiger. Miller and Sioux Falls Christian here on KOKK. Chargers another step back three, and this one's off the mark again. Schlechter the rebound. Madeline Syenga came in off the break for Miller. Long lead pass for Grayson Wordle. Wordle tried to save it in and did right to the Chargers. Christian the other way. Across the timeline, and they will throw it away, and a turnover back to Miller. Sydney Schaap in the game for Sioux Falls Christian. Here's a long pass for Syenga. She lost her defender. Catching up is Maya Nelson, and Nelson will knock the ball or block the ball out of bounds, and that is much to the delight of the Charger crowd. But it will result in a Miller inbound. Colda will bring it in the corner. Grayson Wordle. Wordle one dribble back to Colda. Colda thinking baseline. Nope. Back out to the left wing. Lob in the corner. Jolie Palmer. Palmer all the way across the court for Grayson Wordle. Wordle to Colda on the right wing. 10 on the shot clock. Colda going to take the deep three, and that one good. Morgan Colda with the first Miller points. 7-3 Chargers. Chargers in the right corner. Driving to the basket here is Schaap. Knocked away. A steal by Colda. Colda racing the other way. Layup good. Morgan Colda, a 5-0 run of her own, and the Miller Rustlers back to within a basket, 7-5. 3:10 to play, opening quarter. Across the timeline is Sydney Schaap. Schaap to Nelson. Nelson to drive. Back to Schaap on the wing. Nearly lost it. Finds the handle. Swings it over to Jackson Swift, and Swift turns it over. Lob underneath is over the head of the intended receiver. J.C. Pugh is on for Miller. Kate Lichty is back in. That'll check out Schlechter and Grayson Wordle. Changes for Sioux Falls Christian as well. Avery Wrights is back on. So Miller will inbound now down 7-5. They had trailed 7-0. Long lead pass for Lichty. Lichty breaks to the basket. Tried to give it off to Syenga. Knocked out of bounds by the Chargers. And Coach DeYoung says that the Miller Rustlers last touched that. The officials disagree. In fact, he's out there arguing his point, but you won't change any minds here, and Miller will inbound with again a chance to tie or maybe take the lead. Left wing Palmer, cross court Colda. Colda inside for Syenga, turns and fires, and it climbs up and in. Madeline Syenga from in close. And just like that, Miller a 7-0 run of their own, and we're tied at 7. Right corner, a drive by Wrights, and she's fouled. And we'll have free throws here, I think. Yep, first free throws of the game for Sioux Falls Christian. Either team, should that be the case, and the foul's on Madeline Syenga. That'll be her first. 2:33 to play opening quarter. Chargers started this game on a 7-0 run. Miller answered with a 7-0 run of their own. First free throw is up and in for Avery Wrights. Wrights' first points of the night. Spreading it around are the Chargers. Van Beek 2, Vanderleest 2, Maya Nelson 3, and Wrights just got her first point. Avery ready for another free throw, and that one is good. So Wrights will knock down both. Chargers again lead 9-7. Inbound, J.C. Pugh in the backcourt to Kolda. Ball tipped and now stolen by Sioux Falls Christian. Top of the key, Nelson looks at three, doesn't want it. Inside now, baseline for Avery Wrights. Wrights drives, leaves it to a charging Maya Nelson. Here's a last-second drop-off for Avery Wrights, and Wrights has her first field goal. 11-7, and Sioux Falls Christian, another steal, or another near steal. Lichty actually got a hold of it. She was the intended receiver there anyway, and they'll call the jump ball. Looks like the Chargers will have it anyway. And Sioux Falls Christian going to make a change as Maya Nelson comes out. And they'll make another change here. Coming in for the first time tonight is number 15, Neely Stanford. So the Chargers a 4-0 run. Jumper from the free throw line, no good. Wright's got her own rebound. She turns and tries it again, and this one will fall in for Avery Wright. So now Wright's on a 6-0 run of her own, and the Chargers lead by 6, 13-7. Long lead pass for Sayenga. Sayenga inside, Lichty blocked, right back into her own hands. Got it again, another offensive rebound for Kate Lichty. Out to Sayenga. Madeline inside, up top for J.C. Pugh. Pugh has it knocked away. Couple players on the deck, Chargers come away with it. Leading the charge, and a layup here for Van Beek is good. And it's a game of runs. Here's another Charger steal. Ball knocked away, and Kolda chases it into the backcourt. Miller will hold possession. Left side, Kolda fakes, drives, baseline drive finished by Morgan Kolda. She's got 7 of the Miller 9 points. And the Charger lead is 15-9, so a 7-0 Charger run, a 7-0 Miller run, an 8-0 Charger run. And then Miller breaks it up with a basket. 6-point lead for Sioux Falls Christian. A minute to play opening quarter. Drive to the free throw line, Wrights. Pass to a cutting Vanderleest. Back outside. Here's a three, and that one is good for Van Beek. Nope, that was Avery Wrights. So Wrights now has 9 points in the quarter. Miller, the fast break to the other end. Sayenga high off the window is good. Madeline Sayenga with her second basket. Chargers lead is 7, 18-11. Left wing for Van Beek. Cross court, another three, and again it's good. Avery Wright's coming out swinging. She has scored a dozen points in about the last minute. Chargers another steal. Knocked away, picked off by Grayson Wordle. Her pass too far out in front of Sayenga, and they'll turn it back over. So the Chargers with a 21-11 lead. 9.7 seconds remain here in quarter number 1 from Salem, and the Chargers will inbound. Have to go the length of the court to set something up with 9.7 seconds to play first quarter, and the Chargers, in a flurry of late quarter activity, now lead by 10. Van Beek across midcourt, waiting for the screen. Wow, ran into Palmer, no call there. Here's a three, top of the key by Swift, no good, and that's it for the first quarter. After a quarter in Salem, Chargers 21, Rustlers 11. Back in a minute. 60 seconds on KOKK.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for La-Z-Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creek feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creek feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creek feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creek feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
On KOKK.
And welcome back to Salem. A quarter in the books and early runs back and forth. A 7-0 Charger run to open the game. Miller answered with a 7-0 run of their own. Then an 8-0 Charger run. Miller got a basket. Chargers on a 6-0 run, and the Rustlers get another basket. Sioux Falls Christian up 10. Rustlers with the first possession of the second, and it'll be Lichty blocked on the way up by Van Beek. And now we go to the other end. Long lead pass and a layup no good here for Vanderleest, and the rebound to Saenga. Saenga ahead to Grayson Wordle. Back to Madeline on the left wing. Left side, a pass almost knocked away. Schlechter going to get an open look at three. Came up short. Rebounded by Jackson Swift, and now a whistle will be a foul on Miller. I think that's going to be another foul on Madeline Saenga. We'll wait and see what the official says, and he agrees. So Saenga with the only 2 fouls in this ball game for Miller. Avery Wrights has the only foul called on Sioux Falls Christian. Most of them in the opening quarter, just the Saenga foul here in the second. So the Chargers a 10-point lead in the ball. 7:20 to play in the first half. Remember, stay tuned. Halftime, we'll get a Mirror Family Hair Care scoreboard update. We'll get a score on our game of the night over on Tiger Radio. That's James Valley Christian and Lemon. Here's another 3 for the Chargers. No good. Rebound Schlechter. Aaliyah back across midcourt for Miller. She'll stop it across the timeline and look to give it off right wing to Jolie Palmer. Palmer for Lichty. Lichty just right at the top of the key. Cross court Schlechter. In the post now Jolie Palmer. No Grayson Wordle. Wordle trying to go up and under. Blocked out of bounds by Wrights. Kolda will inbound here for Miller. Brings it into Lichty in the corner. 15 on the shot clock. Back to Kolda on the right wing. She'll drive baseline. Drives. Shot came up short. Kolda tipped her own rebound and took it away. Charger fans wanted a call. Didn't get one. Here's Lichty from 12 feet. All the way around the world, and it falls in. That one touched a lot of iron. But it's 2 points for the Miller Rustlers. An 8-point Charger lead. 21-13. 6.5 to play in the second. Across midcourt, here is Nelson. Nelson double teamed, has to give it back. They give it right back to her on the wing. Thought about a 3, not going to pull the trigger. Nelson now on the drive, high off the window. That one will go. Maya Nelson with her second basket. First was a 3 to open the game. Rustlers trying to pass it down to Lichty, almost threw it away. Now a lob inside for Schlechter, and they did. The pass for Lichty was over her head. She chased that one down, but the lob for Schlechter, she was already standing on the baseline, so that's going to be a turnover on the Rustlers. Sydney Schaap, Neely Stanford both on for Sioux Falls Christian. 23-13, the Chargers lead by 10. 6:13 to play, quarter number 2. Sodak 16 Class A here from McCook Central High School in Salem, and the winner will move on to the State A girls basketball tournament next weekend. Little seesaw affair, 7-0 Chargers. 7-0 run by the Rustlers, so that tied us at 7 early. Here's a Charger travel and a turnover back to Miller. So again, 7-0, then 7-0 by Miller, then 8-0 by Sioux Falls Christian, and then a basket for Miller, then 6-0 for the Chargers, then another basket by the Rustlers. And here's another steal by the Chargers, and a drive to the basket, can't quite finish is Van Beek, and a whistle on the rebound, I think, is going to go on Sioux Falls Christian, and it will. Well, the Charger fans don't like that call on Sydney Schaap. That is her first, and the first of the quarter. Inbounds here, Grayson Wordle in the backcourt. Cross court for Kolda, tipped up, but Morgan will find the handle. Kolda off the Schlechter screen all the way to the baseline. Underneath the basket, leaves it for Lichty. Lichty gives it right back. And Kolda had not got 2 feet back in bounds from cutting across the baseline before she caught the pass. So that's out of bounds on Miller. Faith Baumberger will check in for the first time tonight. She'll replace Lichty with 5:39 to play in the half, and the Chargers maintaining a 10-point lead, and maintaining would be the word, as again, the little seesaw affair early. Chargers built it to 10, and that's where it's been. Across the timeline, Nelson, right wing, and a baseline drive here for Vanderleest. Cut off by Schlechter. Back up top. Here's Vanderleest again on the right wing. Handoff in the corner for Sidney Schaap. Schaap the drive. Finish. Won't go. Rebound Schlechter, and then Schaap fouled her. So back-to-back whistles on Sidney Schaap. And it looks like Coach DeYoung is going to make a change here as Avery Wright jumps up to hop back in. Wright scored 12 points over the course of about 3 minutes in the opening quarter. She's kind of the difference in this game here. Of course, I haven't seen the Chargers play this season. I don't have too much of a chance to follow who the high scorers are and who. So maybe Wrights is just one of the best scorers in the state, and I didn't know, but she really turned it on there in the opening quarter and has kind of been the difference in this one. Here's Jolie Palmer. Baseline drive. Packs it back to Grayson Wordle. Wordle on the baseline. Try to work the up and under. Colton knocked the rebound back out to Schlechter, and they'll get another look. Baumberger on the right wing for Kolda around the horn, and they threw it away again. Palmer top of the key, trying to get it to Grayson Wordle on the wing, but just too much zing on it, and Wordle can't get to it in time. 4:41 left in the first half as the scoring has cooled considerably. 23-13, Chargers by 10, but it was 21-11 after 8 minutes of hoops. Chargers. Corner three here for Van Beek, doesn't want it, kicks it back out. Here's another three. That one is no good for Jackson Swift, and now a whistle, and again, it's on Sioux Falls Christian. This one will go on Neely Stanford. That's her first. That'll be 3 on the Chargers here in the quarter, and that's going to prompt Van Beek back in. She'll replace Vanderleest with 4:20 to play in the first half, and the Chargers again maintaining that 10-point lead. Inbounds, Jolie Palmer ahead to Grayson Wordle. Wordle, long lead pass underneath for Raylan Anderberg. Anderberg's pass is tipped and stolen away. Chargers to the other end. Aubrey Van Beek. Lob inside for Nelson. Nelson back to Vanderleest in the corner. Van Beek back to Nelson on the left wing. Nelson a pass inside for Wrights. Wrights turns and goes left and knocks it in. Wrights with 14 to lead all scorers. And here's a ball knocked away. Wrights the steal inside. Nelson tries to drop it in from in close. Can't finish. Wrights got the rebound. Tries it again. It's no good. And this time the rebound is out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say that's off Miller. So Sioux Falls Christian will hold on to it. Checking out of the game is Neely Stanford. Stanford replaced here by Jackson Swift. 3:40 left in the first half. 25-13 Chargers, their biggest lead of a dozen. Van Beek from the corner drives into a double team. Back out for a three. That one is off the mark by Jackson Swift. Rebound hauled in by Anderberg, and we go the other way with Miller. Grayson Wordle, right wing. Nearly lost the dribble. Pass it inside. Kolda slips the defense. No, that's Anderberg. Ball knocked away, stolen by the Chargers. Long lead pass for Maya Nelson. Nelson going to leave it off for Van Beek, and Van Beek is blocked out of bounds by Kolda, and Miller fans loving that as the Rustlers hanging around here, down a dozen, 3:10 to play in the first half. But again, this was 21-11 at the end of the first quarter, so this quarter is 4-2 Chargers. Inside off the window, shot is good for Wrights and a foul, and she'll get a chance to add on to that game-high 16. See who the foul was on. I think Raylan Anderberg, and it will be her first. That'll be 2 on Miller here in the quarter. So an extra free throw for Avery Wrights. Wrights has shot the only free throws in the game. She's 2 for 2, and will make that 2 for 3 as she misses the extra here, but an offensive rebound by Nelson will get him another look. Right wing, Wrights drives baseline, shut down by Kolda. Back around the horn, Nelson for 3. Off the window, rims out, no good, but another offensive rebound. It's Wrights again. 2:50 to play in the first half. Here's another three. No good. Rebound Kolda. Kolda pushing it for Miller. Rustlers down 14, 27-13, 2:40 to play in the first half here from Salem. At halftime, we'll get your Mirror Family Hair Care scoreboard. We'll have a James Valley Christian update, and the Chargers here. Wright's just going to reach in and take it away from Kolda. Long lead pass and a lay-in, no good, but Nelson there to clean it up. Maya Nelson with 7 for the Chargers as Sioux Falls Christian opening things up a bit. Now a 16-point Charger lead. 29-13. Lichty, right corner. Grayson Wordle for 3. That one's long. Jolie Palmer can't save it in, and the Chargers will inbound, and chance to add on to this lead. The lead is swelled to 16 points. Here comes Aaliyah Schlechter back in. She'll replace Raylan Anderberg. DeYoung making some changes as well. He will have Sydney Schaap, Avery Wrights, Aubrey Van Beek, Kate Vanderleest, and Jackson Swift on the floor. Here's Nelson. Baseline drive Wrights. Wright's going to leave it inside. Short shot is on the way. It will not go for Schaap. Ball knocked away by Schlechter, and a good rebound there by Aaliyah Schlechter. I was going to say steal, but it was just a clean rebound. She kind of got a little tied up for a split second with the Charger there, but able to take it away. Minute 35 to play in the first half. Here's another Charger steal. Step it in is Avery Wrights. Long lead pass and a shot on the way and no good for Schaap, but it's because she was fouled by Aaliyah Schlechter. So Aaliyah's first, and we'll have free throws here for Sydney Schaap. Be 3 on Miller here in the quarter. Schaap at the line, the first player not named Avery Wrights to shoot free throws in this game. Schaap's first is up and in. Schaap also the first bench scorer for Sioux Falls Christian. Jolie Palmer will check out for Miller. Faith Baumberger's back in. Baumberger, Schlechter, Lichty, Grayson Wordle, and Morgan Koldon. Sydney Schaap, one more free throw. Second is on the way, and that one is good. So that'll make it an 18-point advantage. Chargers will make a change. Schaap will come out. Maya Nelson is back in. Minute 27 left in the half, an 18-point Charger lead. Kolda, nice move to get past a couple of Charger defenders. Down in the corner, Baumberger can't handle the pass from Kolda, and it's out of bounds. Chargers going to bring in number 21, Maya Van Dongen. Chargers have built now an 18-point lead, threatening for 20. Here's Nelson inside. She's fouled, and we'll go back to the line, and that's the 4th on the Miller Rustlers. This is shooting foul, so Chargers will shoot a pair either way, as Aaliyah Schlechter has now picked up back-to-back fouls. She's got 2. Madeline Saenga's got 2. And Kaylin Anderberg with 2. First free throw by Nelson is no good. Schlechter will check out of the game. Jolie Palmer back in with a minute 8 to play in the first half. Maya Nelson back to the stripe here. Second free throw is up, and again, no good. And this time the rebound grabbed by Baumberger. Baumberger to the other end, across the timeline, sets up right wing, leaves it for Kolda, cross court, slapped away by the Chargers, and a steal. Here's Nelson all the way to the basket. Can't finish it off as Kolda's there to defend. Rebound, Grayson Wordle. Wordle ahead to Baumberger. Baumberger, right side on the baseline, bounces it back out, and another Charger steal. This one taken away by Wrights. Wrights back across the timeline. Baumberger on the defense, top of the key now for Van Beek. Van Beek going to drive all the way to the basket, goes left, it will not go, and rebound is knocked out by the Chargers. Chargers, more changes. 31 seconds to play in the first half. Miller will have the ball with no shot clock here. Rustlers have scored the single basket here in the quarter, 31-13. The Chargers have found a way to put up 10. Kolda on the wing, right side, drives baseline. Again, knocked away, nearly stolen. Jolie Palmer comes up with it. Palmer's pass to Lichty is at her feet, not out of bounds. And another turnover on the Rustlers. So now the Chargers will inbound with 14 seconds to play in the first half. Shot clock obviously off, and Chargers a chance to turn this lead to the biggest it has been. Right now, 18 points. That's the biggest lead so far. Wrights on the baseline drive in the lane, knocked away Lichty, and that will send Wrights to the free throw line. It doesn't matter if that's a shooting foul or not, as that is the 5th of the quarter on Miller. So Avery Wrights to the free throw line. She's 2 for 3 today. The team is 4 for 7. Wrights with 16 points in the first half of this one. Make that 17 as she's good on the first free throw. And it looks like they'll replace Wrights for the final seconds of the first half. They don't want her to pick up that second personal foul here. As Wright's second free throw is up and in, and they will cycle her out. As checking in will be Neely Stanford for the final seconds of the quarter. Chargers up 20. Inbounds to Kolda in the backcourt. Kolda across the timeline. Heaves one from midcourt. Too strong and no good, and that'll do it for the first half here in Salem. At the half, Sioux Falls Christian 33, Miller 13. We're back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes to the halftime show. 2 minutes on KOKK.
The certified public accountant firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and non-audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank, or just top her off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuff pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
This is Dakota Sports, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting. It's halftime.
It is, and welcome back to Salem here, McCook Central School. Matt Watson live tonight for some sodak 16 action. Class A style here on KOKK. Miller Rustlers, the 15 seed here in the Class A sodak 16, coming in at 15-7. Sioux Falls Christian, the 2 seed in Class A at 19-2. Winner, of course, will move on to the State A girls basketball tournament next weekend. The Miller Rustlers early on fell behind 7-0. It was Chargers 7, Miller 0, and then the Rustlers went on a 7-0 run of their own, or more specifically, Morgan Kolda scored 7 quick points. So then an 8-0 run by Sioux Falls Christian made it 15-7. Miller snuck a basket in, then a 6-0 run from Sioux Falls Christian. And another basket for Miller, and that was the entire first quarter. 21-11, Chargers a 10-point lead after a frame. In the second quarter, neither team really scored until the final few minutes, and then Avery Wrights came on strong, scored another 6 to add to her game-high 18, and a couple of baskets for Maya Nelson, a couple of free throws off the bench for Sioux Falls Christian, and the Rustlers only able to generate a Kate Lichty 2 in the entire quarter, and now Miller has fallen behind here 33-13. So the Rustlers down 20, an uphill battle in their way here in the second half against a 19-2 Sioux Falls Chargers team that had themselves a pretty good regular year, obviously at 18-2, and picking up a win here, getting a bye obviously, and then picking up a win here in the opening round of this, get themselves to the Sodak 16 and a win away from state. The Miller Rustlers, though, I'm sure have something to say about that. We'll see what Coach Norton and the Rustlers are drawing up here for the second 16 minutes of girls basketball. At the half, Sioux Falls Chargers lead by 20, 33-13. We're back in a minute with your halftime show, and specifically a check of the scoreboard. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. We'll get you all updated after a 2-minute timeout. Halftime in Salem, Chargers 33, Rustlers 13. Back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes on KOKK.
Do you know what your cattle are eating? Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform, and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
Roll into 2024 with incredible savings. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. Over 200 new and used in stock. Save over $2,300 off a Buick Envision. New Chevy 1500 Crew Cab. Save $6,500. Get a GMC 1500 Crew Cab with over $7,700 off. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
The HRMC Physicians Clinic proudly welcomes the newest addition to their team, General Surgeon Dr. Terry Larson. Dr. Larson brings a wealth of experience and expertise in general surgery, along with a passion for providing exceptional care to his patients before, during, and after surgery. Whether you're in need of a simple procedure or a complex surgery, Dr. Larson is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit hrmcphysiciansclinic.org to schedule an appointment today. HRMC Physicians Clinic, the right care is right here. Welcome, Dr. Larson.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. After a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
And welcome back to Salem Girls Class A Sodak 16 action, live from a Cook Central School here in Salem. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care downtown Huron. Lori and Kylie offering a plethora of services for the entire family. Cuts, colors, waxes, perms, hair treatment, shampoo sets, eyelash extensions. Stop in or call 605-883-HAIR for an appointment with Lori at the Mirror, 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. They do accept walk-ins. Or again, for an appointment with Lori at the Mirror, call 605-883-HAIR. Or you can call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628. Again, 605-553-1628. Call or text Kylie for the Mirror Family Hair Care. They do accept walk-ins as well, 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. Scoreboard, Class A Sodak 16. T leads Mobridge 62-37 with a minute to play. Sioux Falls Christian here up 20 on Miller at the half. Winner in front of Vermilion 5-2 with 5 minutes to play in the first. Still to come, Sisseton Tri-Valley, Aberdeen Ricali, Mount Vernon Plank. Flanger takes on Hill City. Hanson against Florence Henry. And Red Cloud plays Belle-Fourche. Class B, Wall leads Coleman Egan 60-33 as the third quarter starts. Arlington on top of Gayville-Volin 35-26 with 6 minutes to play in the third. James Valley Christian a 3-point lead on Lemon 10-7 with 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Harding County on top of Northwestern 6-0 with 5 minutes to play in the first. Still to come, Lyman takes on Kadoka, Centerville against Trip Delmont Armor. Ethan plays Andy Central Dakota Christian, and Warner versus Harriet Selby, and those are all the games in South Dakota tonight. Class A, Class B girls sodak 16 action, and a full check of the scoreboard brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Back in 60 seconds with the final numbers and the second half of basketball. A 1-minute timeout on KOKK.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Red Franklin from Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
The certified public accounting firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and non-audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
Sports on KOKK.
And welcome back to Salem. Taking a look at some first half numbers here. Sioux Falls Christian off the bench. Sydney Schapp with 2. She's 2 of 2 from the line. 4 of the 5 starters scored. Kate Vanderleest with 2. Aubrey Van Beek 4. Maya Nelson scored 7 and 18 for Avery Wrights. Game high 18. Wrights put up a dozen in the opening quarter, 6 more in the second. Pair of threes for the junior. 4 of 5 from the line. Chargers 21 in the first, 12 in the second, 33 in the half. They were 6 and 9 from the stripe. Rustlers got 4 off the bench from Madeline Syanga, 2 from Kate Lichty, and 7 from Morgan Kolda. Kolda scored 7 in the game's opening minutes. The Chargers have put the clamps down on her since. Rustlers scored 11 in the first, 2 in the second, 13 in the half, and they have not attempted a free throw in this game. Chargers will have the possession arrow and a chance to extend the game's biggest lead. Nelson, nice dime inside for Wrights, and another basket. Actually, no, that was a basket for Vanderleest. Here's another steal. Vanderleest inside, and shot is no good for Wrights. Rebounded by Kolda. 35-13 Chargers. Kolda on the right wing nearly stepped through for the travel. Gives it off to Grayson Wordle. Wordle to Schlechter on the wing. Cross court back to Kolda. Morgan thought about a 3 and probably should have pulled it. They have not given her very many looks at all, and she had a little bit of a look there. Here's Van Beek knocking the ball away, chasing it down, laying it in at the other end. Van Beek, another basket. She's got a half dozen. Rustlers stuck in the backcourt. Another steal and another layup for Sioux Falls Christian. Maya Nelson this time. She's got 9. Here's another ball knocked away, and a close to a steal by Vanderleest, and now she did take it away. Vanderleest, long lead pass inside for Van Beek, and another basket for Sioux Falls Christian. 41-13. Chargers an 8-0 run to start the opening part of the third quarter, and pouring it on here in Salem. Norden wants a timeout. We'll do it. We're back in a minute. A 60-second timeout, 1 minute on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkertson, agent at Volkertson Associates Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong.
No, I don't.
Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank or just top it off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuff pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature Bevo beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. You're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
And welcome back to Salem as Sioux Falls Christian. A quick 8 points in the opening minute, 20 seconds of the third. And it's a 28-point Charger lead. And here's another steal. Ball knocked away by Van Beek. Pass inside to Nelson. Back out. Here's a three. No good. Kolda the rebound. Kolda trapped in the backcourt. Will bounce it off a Charger and out of bounds. Heads up play there by Morgan Kolda. And the Rustlers will inbound, but the Chargers doing some damage to start the third. 8-0 run and a handful of steals, and here's another one. Pass inside Van Beek, and she traveled. She got caught underneath the basket. Kolda was there to defend, so Van Beek just really had nowhere to go. I guess she could have stepped out of bounds, but inbounds Palmer in the backcourt. Wordle's pass tipped right back to her, and another steal by Sioux Falls Christian. The Chargers, Maya Nelson underneath shot is no good, but they got an offensive rebound. Right wing looking at a three is Wrights. Wrights going to drive at Kolda, and a blocking foul on Morgan Kolda. That's a curious call. It really looked like Kolda was set and took a charge on that one, but the officials disagree, and Kolda will pick up her first. And now Avery Wrights will go to the free throw line, and a chance to wind the clock for Sioux Falls Christian, as the difference would be 30. First free throw is up and in. Wrights herself has 19. Jolie Palmer's going to check out of the game. That'll bring Faith Baumberger in. And now Wrights again with a chance not only to get herself to 20 points, but to get that running clock, and the Chargers will accomplish that. Wrights knocks down both free throws. A 10-0 run to start the third, and it's 43-13 Sioux Falls Christian. Lichty in the backcourt, splits a double team, pass ahead to Kolda. Kolda in the lane, right wing now, steps back, looks at a three, nope, drives baseline, trying to finish it off, didn't quite get there, and a whistle on, I think, Avery Wrights. We'll wait for the official. Morgan Kolda is going to shoot a couple of free throws here. And Avery Wrights will pick up her second foul. Kolda to the line. Kolda had 7 points. She was that 7-0 run in the opening quarter for Miller. Couple of free throws here. First is good for the Miller Rustlers with 5 minutes and 34 seconds to play here in the third quarter. They shoot their first free throw. Grayson Wordle checks out as Madeline Saenga is back in. And we'll go back to the free throw line with Morgan Kolda. Kolda's second free throw is up and in. So Kolda with 9 points as the Chargers lead is 43-15. And Kate Lichty trying the sneaky defense. She acted like she was going to inbound for Sioux Falls Christian, and the Chargers almost gave her the basketball. That's sneaky like a fox right there. Ball knocked out of bounds by Anderberg, or Baumberger rather, and the Chargers will inbound. 5:09 to play here in the third. Chargers up big, a 28-point lead. Avery Wrights, 20 points on the night, drives, and a foul on Miller. And a couple more free throws coming for Avery Wrights. Whistles on Aaliyah Schlechter. That'll be 3 on her and 2 on Miller here in the third quarter. Wrights, the free throw, no good. Norden going to call the official over for further clarification, and the official even giving a little physical description here of exactly what went down. Wright's second free throw is good. So Avery Wrights with 21 points tonight for the Chargers of Sioux Falls Christian, as they are way out in front of Miller. 44-15 with 4.5 to play in the third. Kolda on the wing. Baumberger up top, left wing Lichty. Lichty back up top for Schlechter. Aaliyah, the drive. Stops, looks at three, won't fire. Inside for Saenga, knocked away. Kolda finds it on the baseline. Morgan is hooked by Wrights and a whistle on Sioux Falls Christian. Actually, that wasn't Wrights. That was Kate Vanderleest. That is her first, second on the Chargers. Sioux Falls Christian going to check in Sydney Schaap and Maya Vandongi. Miller inbounds to Saenga, off the window, no good. Offensive rebound, Schlechter. Aaliyah underneath, puts it back up. Again, no good. This time the rebound grabbed by Jackson Swift. Swift to the other end. Nelson left corner, back up top. Swift's going to try a three, and that one's good. Jackson Swift, first shot of the basketball game, is a three from the top of the key to make it 47-15 Sioux Falls Christian. Kolda left wing, looks at a three, doesn't want it. Corner three by Baumberger is no good. Rebound tipped out off Lichty. Chargers inbound again, 3:20 and rolling. Again, this clock is moving, only stopping for timeouts and free throws. The difference becomes 30 right away in the third quarter. The Chargers had built a 20-point lead at the half. Came out with a quick 10-0 run, got that clock rolling with 5 minutes or more to play here in the third. Nice pass inside, and the Chargers going to have a chance at an old-fashioned three as Sydney Schaap gets a nice lead pass there from Jackson Swift. And we'll get the whistle on Faith Baumberger, her first, team's third. Lichty and Schlechter will come out, as Sydney Schaap has one free throw here, looking for the old-fashioned three-pointer. Free throw is up and in. She's 3 of 3 from the line. She's got 5 points. And here's a whistle on Sioux Falls Christian away from the ball. That'll go on Jackson Swift. Her first, team's third. 2.5 minutes to play in the third, 50-15. Sioux Falls Christian in the lead. Kolda's pass, tipped, stolen away by Schaap. Schaap to the other end, layup good, and one. So Schaap with another basket puts her, well, they got her at 5 on the big board. I got her at 5 just here in the quarter. So changes here for both clubs as 2:08 to play in the third. 52-15 Sioux Falls Christian, and Schaap, the free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, though. And the Chargers will get 2 more free throws. This time it's Neely Stanford. And the foul is on Jolie Palmer, so that'll be her first. Free throw for Stanford is up and in. Stanford has her first point. Second free throw is good. Stanford knocks down both, and the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers with a 54-15 advantage with 1:50 left in the third. And baseline drive by Anderberg and a whistle on the Chargers' Neely Stanford. That'll be 4 on Sioux Falls Christian. So both teams in the bonus now for the final 90 seconds of the third. And Rustlers looking to inbound. They'll bring it in to Palmer, kick it back out to Anderberg. Here's the three on the wing. That one is good. And actually, that's Faith Baumberger with her first basket. 54-18 Chargers. 1:10 left in the third. Pass inside to a cutting Stanford. Can't hit. Rebound Saenga. Saenga the pass ahead for Palmer. Palmer down to Grayson Wordle. Grayson inside to a cutting Saenga. Saenga turns and puts it up and in. Madeline Saenga with a half does it off the bench for Miller. 54-20, Chargers by 34 with 45 seconds left here in the third. Here's Stanford up top. Pass to Nelson, knocked away, but right back into her hands. Nelson travels and a turnover back to Miller. So Rustlers will get it back with no shot clock inside of 30 seconds as the clock keeps rolling as they change out some personnel. Colda's going to check out, and here's the final now. 20 seconds is what they'll get. Palmer into Grayson Wordle. Wordle across the timeline. Left wing, Baumberger. Cross court to Palmer. Sayenga inside again, knocked away almost. Madeline got it back. Throws up a shot, no good. Rebound out of bounds off the Chargers, and that'll do it for 3 quarters. After 3, Sioux Falls Christian 54, Miller 20. We're back in a minute with the third. 1 minute on KOKK.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooters has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooters is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner, and of course Shooters' famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Salem. Matt Watson tonight, McCook Central School here. Girls Class A, Sodak 16. Number 2, Sioux Falls Christian. Number 15, Miller. Chargers flexing a little muscle in the second and third quarters, stretching the lead to times close to 40. A lot of steals, a lot of turnovers tonight for Sioux Falls Christian, and this is the first time I've seen the Chargers play this year, but I got to believe that this defensive tenacity is one of the things that's led them to just 2 losses and a number 2 seed in the girls Sodak 16. Here's a shot missed by Miller. Long pass is knocked out of bounds, though, by Grayson Wordle. And the Rustlers will set up for defense. Clock winding. Difference is 34 currently. 7:20 to play here in Salem. Gary's All Auto Glass post-game show will come up after this one. James Valley Christian was up 5 at last check. They are nearing halftime. That's our game of the night over on Tiger Radio. 1340 AM, 95.3 FM. Duffy with the call live from Gettysburg tonight. James Valley Christian taking on Lemon. And it looks like they were up 25-19 with about 2 minutes to play in the half. We'll get you an update on the Mirror Family Hair Care scoreboard in the post-game show. Colda's coming back in as the Rustlers turn it over again, and the inbounds here for Sioux Falls Christian. Grayson Wordle checks out. So something I mentioned with Coach Norton in the pregame show is a lot of times you look to your seniors and, you know, this is their final run. Let's play it for them and, you know, let's extend their season, all that. Miller does not have a single senior on the roster. The Rustlers will bring back every single one of these kids, assumedly, next year. And, of course, with having a year already under your belt, coming back next year with the same starting lineup, definitely had some successes this year. Here's Sayenga. Speaking of successes, Madeline 8 points in the game tonight and has looked pretty salty in the post for the Miller Rustlers. Here's Nelson breaking ahead of Colda. Can't quite finish it off. Colda knocked it away, and a long ball skirts up to the top of the key to Sioux Falls Christian. Here's a nice baseline drive and a finish by the Chargers' Kate Vanderleest. So Vanderleest with a half dozen. And it's 59-22 Chargers. Anderberg trying the Baumberger, trying the reverse. No good. Rebound Swift. Swift back across midcourt all the way to the basket. Lays it. Oh, it popped out. Colda there for the rebound. Boy, Swift thought she had herself a bunny there and just kind of came off the heel funny. and pop back out. You think the layup is with 100% accuracy if you do it right every time, but it's really not. Once in a while, it'll bounce funny. Here's a rebound and a long pass for Maya Nelson, and she can't hit. Rustlers turn it over, though, at the other end, trying to heave it down to Kolda. It's over her head and out of bounds, so we'll turn the lineup completely over here for Sioux Falls Christian. They'll bring in Sydney Schaap, Neely Stanford, Maya Vandongi, and let's see who else. Jenna Sprick and Emery Levis. There's a layup inside, no good, but an offensive rebound by Sioux Falls Christian. That's Maya Vandongi, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Here's a foul on the Rustlers. Fouls on Aaliyah Schlechter. That's going to be 4. No, it's on Madeline Saenga, and that's going to be 4 on her. So free throws coming for Maya Vandongi. First is up and no good. Well, a 5-2 run here so far in the fourth, but this one all over but the final tally in Salem. The Miller Rustlers will see their season come to a close, but a 15-win season as Vandongi knocks down the second free throw. So that'll make it 38 points with 4:10 to play. Saenga high post has it knocked away, but into the hands of Schlechter. Left wing now for Lichty. Lichty on the dribble, top of the key, right side for Baumberger. She'll drive baseline, shut down, hits a cutting Madeline Saenga. Saenga tries to reverse, can't get it to finish. Rebound Vandongi. Vandongi the pass over to Stanford, back to Vandongi. Baseline drive and an offensive foul on Maya Vandongi, and that'll be her first. And Saenga there that time getting set, and Vandongi right into her for the charge. Clock at 3.5 minutes to go. Sioux Falls Christian will go to the State A girls basketball tournament with 20 wins already on the season. There's a ball knocked away and a steal by Vandongi. Long lead pass is a turnover, trying to heave it down underneath to Jenna Sprick, but it's over her head and out of bounds. So again, for the Miller Rustlers, they will see their season come to a close here, but a 15-win season, you bring absolutely everybody back unless, somebody moves away or something. No seniors on this team. Here's another ball by Vandongi stolen away. And here's a travel on Emery Levis. Changes here for Miller. Rustlers will bring on Emma Pugh. Kaylin Anderberg is on. Bella Wordle is on. Saenga will stay out there, as will Morgan Kolda. Final 2 minutes. Sioux Falls Christian going to punch their ticket to the girls' State A's. They're going to head there with 20 wins and 2 losses. When this one officially goes final in about 1:50. Sioux Falls Christian going to turn the lineup over again. Tori Peterson on. Alira Darhout on. McKinley Reitzma on. Oakley Hadler is on. Final 90 seconds, all over but the final tally here in Salem. The Chargers up by nearly 40. And here is a drive and a finish by Oakley Hadler. Much to the delight of the Charger bench. Baumberger from the corner, driving baseline. And threw it out of bounds, trying to get it down in the right corner for Emma Pugh, but the pass way out in front of Pugh. Final 60 seconds. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show coming up. We'll check on those James Valley Christian Vikings. Vikings in the Sodak 16 in Gettysburg tonight, taking on Lemon. That's our game of the night over on Tiger Radio, 1340 AM, 95.3 FM. Offensive rebound, no good on the putback for the Chargers. Here's another offensive board, and they'll have it again. Just left to the top of the key. Here's the drive by Torrey Peterson. Peterson has it knocked away, but it's picked up by the Chargers. Right wing now for Hadler. Pass inside, and a nice save there by the Chargers to keep it in play. 15 on the shot clock. Pass inside, knocked away, stolen by Anderberg. Anderberg a pass ahead to J.C. Pugh. 15 seconds to play. Anderberg inside. Turns and fires. That one partially blocked, I think. Chargers are going to come away with it. It'll be McKinley Reitzma, and that's it, folks. Your final score here tonight. The Sioux Falls Christian Chargers headed to the State A Girls Basketball Tournament next weekend. Your final score, Chargers 62, Rustlers 22. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show comes your way after a 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes on 1210 KOKK.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Lexington, equal opportunity provider, 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. It's time for the post-game report on 1210 KOKK. Brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. Once again, here's Matt Watson.
Well, thank you, sir, and welcome back to Salem. Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report as the Miller Rustlers fall to Sioux Falls Christian. The Chargers win it by the final of 62-22. It started off with a Charger 7-0 run. The Sioux Falls Christian fans really started to get loud and into it. The student section was hopping, and it looked like the Chargers were off to the races. But Morgan Colda says not so fast. She went on a 7-0 run of her own to tie us at 7. Then a 6-0 run by Sioux Falls Christian made it 13-7, and Miller dropped in a basket, and then another 6-0 run. Another basket by the Rustlers. By the end of the first quarter, it was 10. It was 20 at the half. After 3 quarters, the difference 34 points in the final tally. Sioux Falls Christian 62, Miller 22. So the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers will head to the State Girls A Basketball Tournament next weekend with a mark of 20 wins and 2 losses, and I can only assume would be a fairly high seed in said tournament. For the Miller Rustlers, they will see their season come to a close here tonight in Salem. they will end it with a final mark of 15 wins and 8 losses. And for the Miller Rustlers, in the very unique position of having the opportunity of bringing every single kid back next season, Miller does not have a senior on this team. So hopefully, if everything works out right, nobody moves away, nothing changes that way, the Miller Rustlers would have this same team back this year with just another year of experience, another off season of whatever, running, weightlifting, whatever they decide to do. But point is, they'll have everybody back. They won't have to make really any adjustments there into next year. And coming off a 15-win season and a Sodak 16 appearance, you think things are looking pretty bright for this Miller Rustler girls basketball team. But still a tough pill to swallow tonight as they fall by the final of 62-22 to Sioux Falls Christian. The Chargers head to the State A's with a mark of 20-2. We'll send it back to the studios for another 1-minute break here. We'll hear from our post-game show sponsor, Gary Zell Auto Glass. We'll come back with a check of the scoreboard. That's brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. The James Valley Christian Vikings are in a tight one in Lemon, or against Lemon in Gettysburg, in our game of the night over on KIJV, AM 95.3 FM. And we'll get you a scoring update on that. We'll wrap this thing up from Salem. Again, the Chargers win. Sioux Falls Christian 62, Miller 22. More Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show in a minute. 60 seconds on KOKK.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
The certified public accounting firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and not audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
Dakota Sports.
And welcome back. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report live from Salem here as we'll get a look at our scoreboard. Remember, scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care downtown Huron. The Mirror is located at 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. They do accept walk-ins. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror offering a plethora of services for the entire family. Cuts, colors, waxes, perms, hair treatment, shampoo sets, eyelash extensions. You can stop in 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. They do accept walk-ins. You can also call Lori for an appointment at 605-883-HAIR, or you can call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628. That's Lori and Kylie at the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. So a full check at the Sodak 16 and the A girls ranks. T area beat Mobridge Pollock tonight, 62-37. They're in the state tournament. Sioux Falls Christian beats Miller here. They're in state. 62-22, Chargers win this one. Vermilion leads Winter 29-17 at the half. Flandreau up on Hill City 13-7 with under a minute left to play in the first quarter. Mount Vernon Plankinton in front of Aberdeen Roncalli 7-4 with 2 minutes to play in the first. Still to come tonight, Sisseton will take on Tri-Valley. Red Cloud versus Balfouche, and Hanson will take on Florence Henry. To the Class B ranks, Wall defeated Coleman Egan tonight, 75-44. Arlington a winner over Gayville Volin, 67-54. Actually, no, there's under a minute to play there, but Arlington up 13. We're going to maybe assume that they're going to be in. Harding County in front of Northwestern, 42-16 at the half. James Valley Christian is leading Lemon by 7 now with 6 minutes to play in the third quarter of that one. Vikings 35, Lemon 28. Other games, Ethan in front of Andy Central, Dakota Christian 17-8. Centerville leading Tripp Delmont Armor 9-5 in the first quarter. Lyman over Kadoka 5-4, 3 minutes to play in the first. And Warner leads Harriet Selby 12-9 with 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. So again, our game of the night over on Tiger Radio, 1340 AM, 95.3 FM is James Valley Christian against Lemon. And with about 5 minutes to play in the third, the Vikings lead by 5. That's a full check of your scoreboard brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. That's also about it for the Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report. We would like to thank Gary Zell for bringing us our post-game report. We'd also like to thank the Mirror Family Hair Care for bringing us in-game scoreboard updates. Of course, a big thank you to the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. They bring us the reading of the officials. Gordon's our engineer back at the studio. Great job tonight, buddy. We want to, of course, thank our sponsors, which we will do mostly in our post-game billboard. Want to thank you, the listener, for tuning in tonight. We want to thank Eric Norton, head coach of the Miller Rustlers. Had a chance to have a word with him before the game. Also had a real quick word with Danny DeYoung, but having some problems here getting everything together, so wasn't able to get him on the air there. But thanks to everybody. Thanks to McCook Central School District for setting us up with a place to sit here to check out this sodak 16 game between the second-seeded Sioux Falls Christian Chargers and the 15th-seeded Miller Rustlers. And boy, these Chargers proving why they're the second seed in the sodak 16 and why they're 19-2, and a big reason why they're headed to the girls' State A basketball tournament. The final here tonight, Sioux Falls Christian 62, Miller 22. Hop on over, Tiger Radio, Jeff Duffy on the call, James Valley Christian and Lemon. It's a 5-point game about midway through the third quarter. Check out that one, and we'll find out tomorrow if we've got any entrance into the State B girls basketball tournament. We won't have any State A teams. Miller our only A team, and of course the Huron Tigers play tomorrow night, and we'll see if they get in to the AA. For now, Sioux Falls Christian is in the State A's. They defeat Miller tonight 62-22. This has been a presentation of Dakota Sports on 1210 AM KOKK, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Exciting high school sports. We are Dakota Sports on KOKK. Tonight's coverage has been brought to you by...
Thanks so much to our area sports backers, Shooters in Wolsey, Wilbur Ellis, Ken Clark Insurance, Huron Community Campus, Slumberland Furniture, Verge Manufacturing in Wessington, Olympic Motors, Dairy Queen in Huron, Dakota Land Feeds in Huron, Huron Regional Medical Center, Car Chiropractic Clinic in Huron, and the Real Estate Connection. South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, brings us the reading of the officials. Gary Zell Auto Glass is our post-game report sponsor, and the Mirror Family Hair Care brings us any in-game scoreboard updates. The Miller Rustlers, backed by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson CPA, American Family Insurance of Miller, and Miller Pump and Pack. I'll be at it tomorrow over on right here on 1210 KOKK. I will have a little Region 2B boys final there from the Huron Arena. Jeff Duffy, of course, will have the Tiger girls. They are on the road, I do believe, at Pier. You know what you could do? You could tune in tomorrow morning with Jeff Duffy. He'll have all the scores from tonight's games, all the results, all the schedules, and he'll tell you where he's going for sure tomorrow morning right here on KOKK. I'll be back tomorrow 1 to 4. Miller Rustlers see their season come to a close. They will go 15-8 on the 2023-24 campaign, and they will bring everybody back as they do not have a senior on this squad. Chargers win this round 62-22. For Corn back at the studio, for our sports director Jeff Duffy, and for everybody at Dakota Sports, this is Matt Watson saying good night, everybody.